Hey there guys, it's Anthony here at Cutting Edge Guitar, and in today's video we're continuing with our better soloing series for you and looking at how you can add chromaticism to create interest. Let's get right into it. Okay guys, in the past series of videos I've been working on how you can improve your guitar soloing. So far we've used a method that I call the scale pyramid to look at how you can take 7-note diatonic scales and pyramid from that into hexatonic, pentatonic, arpeggio, triad and then intervallic options. So we've been through the stuff that I generally would talk about with my scale pyramid methodology here. There is loads more that you can find out about that at Cutting Edge Guitar if you've been enjoying the lessons and want to do way more. What we're going to do in today's lesson is look at how you can add some extra stuff to the material we've done there and talk about adding chromaticism. So chromatics in music can be added a number of different ways, and I'm sure that anyone who's out there watching this video has probably seen loads of different versions of this talked about on various YouTube channels where people will talk about enclosures, bridging, approach tones, all sorts of stuff like this. And I like all of those approaches. I've got tutorials about them sorts of things all over at Cutting Edge Guitar, and I do these things with my students all the time. It's all really good fun, but what I want to do here is show you guys something that almost anybody can do, because I think it's really difficult sometimes when you think you're being told by people, oh, you've got to insert the chromatic notes on the right beats, and you want to use approach tones around your arpeggios, and you want to do this, you want to do that. If you don't know all of those things, it's something that you are hearing about, but you can't use it. So I want to show you it in a way where almost anyone can use it. I say almost anyone. What you do need to know is your minor pentatonic scale. If you don't know the minor pentatonic scale already, you probably haven't watched all of the rest of this series, but it looks like this. So in the key of A, I'm doing 5/8, 5/7, 5/7, 5/7, 5/8, 5/8. Now ideally you want to know more than one position of this scale, and as I say, most of the people that watch my content probably will know stuff like this already. But there are 5 positions of that scale in any key, so the next position will look like this. The third position looks like this. The fourth. And the 5th. If you're not familiar with all of that stuff yet, you need to check this out. I will talk to you more about that later. There is links for that in the description anyway. Now, getting into the chromatics stuff, how you can add chromaticism. What I want you to look for as you're going through those pentatonic forms is any wide stretch. So within that pentatonic framework, we've got a number of different places where we see a minor third stretch, like from A to C, or from E to G. Now, one thing that's really cool about a minor third stretch on the guitar is that it's 4 frets, which means that we can add 4 fingers. It's easy to execute, and it also gives us 4 chromatic notes in a line. So first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to play my minor pentatonic scale, and anytime that I see those wide stretches, I'm going to add 4 chromatic semitones. It comes out like this. So what we're getting with playing the chromatic stuff is you're basically taking the 5 notes of your minor pentatonic scale and you're adding other notes that are either in modes or even certain forbidden notes. For example, like your flat 5 of your blues scale, you might get that in there. That's a chromatic passing tone in a blues scale. When you've got your chromatic passing tone is your flat 5 between your 4th and your 5th. So what they do is they just add some forbidden notes that aren't in your standard scale. Now what you would want to do is try and come up with some vocabulary that uses that sort of stuff. You can do it on the wide stretch only, so like if you want to do it elsewhere though, you can do it on the smaller stretches too. So I love to do stuff like this. did that quite slowly. But what I'm doing on the in my position 2 is I'm filling in the gaps, and then doing the same again in my position 3. And you can do. So I did that in the position 4 shape as well there. It works really nicely with the legato technique, I find. So you can do it just with the pentatonic stuff, and if you're a bit further along and you know modes and that, you probably do if you've watched some of the other videos in this little series I've done. Let's say for example we're looking at using A Dorian over our A minor 11 chord. I might do something like this. So what I've done there is I've used a touch of chromaticism there. Looked at using the 4 passing tones. And I've done it on the top as well. So that's just one way that you can add it, and I mean that is just one way. There are loads and loads of ways that you can add all of that stuff, and like I say, I've included tutorials about all of that sort of thing over Cutting Edge Guitar. But I think that most guitar players who are watching this stuff, if you've got your pentatonics down, just look at using that, filling in the gaps, or it's quite often called a chromatic bridge, where you've got your 2 notes and you're going to use an extra note in the middle to bridge the gap between the 2 notes. Start using that, see what effects that you can get, try and make it happen in time to whatever backing you're playing along to, and see if it gives you some interesting results. If you don't like it, of course, then don't use it. That's what the luxury you have as a guitarist. You can sit there and try things, and if you don't like the sound of it, don't use it. If you do like the sound of it, incorporate it into your licks. Okay guys, that's it for this tutorial. I just want to draw your attention to High Intensity Guitar Technique Complete. That is my 3-book series. You'll see the 3 in the background there. What I do with the complete version is I package them up all together into one complete product. Cutting Edge Guitar, with the links in the description at the moment. That is a one-off complete digital download that contains all of the books. It's also got the PDFs just of the exercises. You've got the guitar profiles, you've got downloadable audio, there's video tutorials, and at the moment I'm also bundling it together with my Cutting Edge Guitar Masterclass that you get as a completely free bonus. So check out the links in the description for that, and I will look forward to seeing you in another lesson. Take care.